How you doing? How's it going? We're starting everything up, saying hi, kicking ass, taking names. We're gonna be programming more today. We're gonna do more SDL, excuse me, SDL, and then we're gonna win. We're gonna do an image. The goal here is to have an image on the screen by the end of today, and I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I think it's gonna be good. Shout out, by the way, to everybody following me on on like YouTube and shit. You guys, I have so many views on my VODs. I don't understand. Wow. How do I have more views on these VODs than anything else I've ever done on YouTube? Well, okay, edited videos, I have tens of thousands, but like, we'll ignore that for a second. Okay, okay, let's copy, paste, enter, send. Man, it'd be cool to have an app that auto set up all the announcements when I start stream. Holy cow, that would be based. Could I get an app to do that? Maybe with Python? I could probably do it with Python. I feel like with C++, I can't do other apps yet. I feel like with Python, there's always like a library for like, to do anything like Twitch, like not even Twitch related, but like if I want to grab the title of a stream on a website and then auto paste that title into Discord, that's like a Python thing through and through, right? Ah, but I bet I could do it. C++ can't do that though, unless you just get gross about it, you know? Darian, sleepy time for me. Well, have a good night. Before you go though, see you later. You ain't missing anything today. We're gonna have the same app as yesterday. Oh, did you see the results? Hold on. Hold on. Ignore this hip. Okay, so I'll run the thing we made yesterday. It's great. Okay, yeah, you ready for this? Oops, I opened the code. Well, whatever. Shit, I meant to open the .exe. Okay, well, god damn it. Hold on. So this is what we made yesterday. Ooh, very pretty. Ooh, so nice. And then we build it and run it and we get, tell me this is not a great, this is great, right? How's that for a first program? Yeah, green box. Now, we're not quite there to our first game. We might be able to pull it off today, maybe. We're not getting into animations yet, but we have a box, okay? And I'm proud of this, chat. Shut the fuck up, okay? It took us all day yesterday. But we have it, and it's my color. And look, we even got the hex color for me, Gary the Goo Boy. Oh, look, it's a perfect match. Boom. Look at that. It's like I'm Ghost Gary, and you'd never know. Actually, how would Ghost look in front of this? Is that gonna look weird? Okay, it looks weird. But anyway, our goal today, by the way, is apparently we are going to have an image on the screen instead of anything else. And then by the end of it, apparently if we follow this all the way through, which we won't, there's a tutorial for multi-touch on iOS and Android phones. And you could just actually have that in your app. I didn't even know this was an app thing, but we're doing it. And apparently there's going to be tiling lessons and file reading and writing, scrolling, collision detection. I feel like by the end of this, we're going to make a game. I feel like, though, if we're only doing an image and maybe event-based programming today, we might end up with, like, us trying to make, like, a very basic... I was about to say tic-tac-toe, but maybe not. Is there, like, a game we could make where the only gameplay is getting an image on the screen? Oh, we might have to go through key presses to have like input from the player. Maybe we just like click mouse, win the game. I would be okay with that game as our first game. Click the banana. That would be our game. Click the banana, don't click the apple. How many bananas can you get? Boom, game. Tetris? No, listen, let's make click the banana first and then we'll worry about Tetris, all right? Magnificent. Darian, thank you for stopping by. Also, shout out to all of the new people today. Holy cow, YouTube is banging on views. How's the game going? Going pretty well. Hold on, you weren't here for this, Fonzie. Look at this. This is our first game. You ready? I call it Green Box. Now, I'm not saying this is perfect, but I am saying we're at like a half out of 10. like 0.5 out of 10 because it's cute and it's my first project. It gets bonus points. And then it gets subtracted points because it's not technically a game. But I think we're going to be ready by either today or tomorrow to play Click the Banana. And you bet your ass that game is going on Discord, okay? We're going to play Click the Banana. It's going to be perfect. Now, chat, let's consider this desktop. Should I make this smaller and then me stay on the left? I think I am. Hold on. Whoop, like that. Okay, I'm gonna make me a little bit bigger because apparently when I make myself bigger, I get more viewers. I can't explain that, but there you go. And then the tutorial. Oh, but where do I put the tutorial? Because it goes on the right. Hold on, getting an image on the screen. This is what we're gonna do. Or it's this, boom. We're gonna have an image on the screen. Make it thinner like this, maybe. There, and then scroll down. I think we could do that. I think that's fine. All right. I was waiting for the game part. Nah, don't worry about it. Listen, trust me. The moment I make Click the Banana, we'll get there, okay? All right? Well, don't worry about it. I'll have it on Discord, okay? Bigger Gary equals more viewers, kind of sus. Okay, hold on. Let's turn on some music today because I feel like it's a little bit... I don't know, a little bit empty. Oh my God, Folding Ideas just came out with a new video. It's my favorite YouTube channel. Is it my favorite? It's one about that Idris Elba Gold documentary. 43 minutes of content came out 12 minutes ago. Oh, baby. Oh man, H-Bomber guy came out with a plagiarism video. Oh, I'm eating good, boys. We're not gonna watch this today. I'm gonna watch it on my own, but god damn. What a great content creator. All right, anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Let's do, I think Vi Diana. Usually I don't listen to Vi Diana, but I feel like when I'm programming, I like the smoothness of it. There we go, get some Vi Diana going. Who doesn't like that? Copyright free glory. Universal collapse my DM Kukuro. What? All right. Getting an image on the screen. That's our goal today, okay? Well, it's our goal today, but hopefully we get to the point of making Click the Banana, but we'll see. Now that you've already got a window open, let's put an image on it. From now on, the tutorials will only cover key parts of source code. For the full program, you will have to download the full source code. So I think what that's saying is that in our main program back here, we are actually keeping a lot of this code, or at least there should be an understanding of how to do something. If the program doesn't work, I'm assuming that means either we messed up something or if we don't understand something, we can go back in a previous tutorial. But I think I understand what's going on. Paint 2D is following. Paint 2D like 2D, like VTuber 2D? Because I have live 2D. That's where my model got animated from. Hello. Vsauce. Are chairs real? No. Folding Ideas is pretty great. All right. Start up SDL and creates a window. Boot initialize, which is what we did, right? Loads media. Void close. Freeze media. Okay, well, let's think about this. Hold on. Before I read down here, I just want to think about this for a second. Painting. Oh, that's a cute emote. Savinka? That sounds like a Russian name. Boot initialize, bool load media, so true or false, probably just asking you, does the media exist where you think it's going to exist, and then load it if true. I think that's what that bool would be. Oh, it's a bool initialize. Okay. And then void close. This frees the media and shuts down SDL completely, which I don't have yet. I have SDL quit, so these are different functions, huh? So let's see here. Bool initialize. It would probably go starts up SDL and creates a window. SDL initialize. Bool initialize. Interesting. I wonder what that means. All right, let's keep reading. In the first tutorial, we put everything in the main function. This, yes. Since it was a small program, we can get away with that, but in real programs like video games, you want to have your code as modular as possible. This means you want your code to be in neat chunks that are easy to debug and reuse. So I'm guessing that means we're going to take all of this text Or at least maybe the initial, and we're gonna have like an initialize function. That's probably what this is. Maybe we're gonna learn how to input this together. So maybe this goes outside of int main and then we're gonna make this function. Why is the hashtag path of exile? Oh, because we play a lot of Path of Exile. Also, I make a YouTube channel. Hold on, wait. Is it this button? There we go. Okay, so I have a YouTube channel. I made a lot of Path of Exile videos at one point, and I would like to say I am proud of the views we got on them. We had like 5 digits. But this was, you know, a year and a half ago at this point, because I just realized how bad I was actually at the game. Take these builds with a grain of salt. And then now I've gotten a lot better. So maybe I'm gonna start digging my way back in, but I feel like I would be talking outside of my ass again. Big brain strat, distract Gary. You want every code as modular. Here it means we have functions to handle initialization, loading the media, and closing down the SDL application. We declare these near the top of our source file. I get a lot of emails how calling this function close causes conflicts in C because it does not support function overloading. This is one of the reasons I am using C++ for this tutorial, so it is not a bug that this function is called close. Oh, because there's other functions called close. Can we just be safer and just not call it close? Am I really more comfortable with the idea of overloading a function versus just making a different function name? Like, I feel that feels more safe, you know? Hi, Geargate. Hello. So we're going to be making these 3. So we're going to have bool initialize. You know what? I bet they get declared before the global integers. So we're going to have bool initialize nothing. Then we're going to have, what is it? Bool loads media and void close. Bool close media, non-capitals, really? And then void close. Oh, wait, no, gosh, did I just read the wrong one? Load media and then close. Okay, my bad. Load media and then void close. All right, well, we'll use that advice. Okay, that makes sense. So we're prototyping. Wait, you guys don't see the whole thing. What the fuck? There you go. So we're prototyping the functions. That's what we're doing here. I wish this window could stay up forever, but it won't. So, Gary the snail from SpongeBob? No, Gary the Geargate from Geargate. So what's the plan for today? Oh, we're gonna load up an image and maybe get into event handling Geargate, and hopefully, maybe by the end of the stream, we make click the banana, where we have a picture of a banana, and then you click it, and then you win. And that's the game I'm gonna upload to Discord. It's not a good idea to avoid naming things, as it should be just cause of conflict. In C, it's not a good idea to avoid naming things as they should be just because of a cause and conflict. In C, they use prefix to function name like my library close. In C++, they use namespace. Okay. Makes sense. Didn't realize that's good practice. So if I designed my program correctly, it is correct to just name it what they should be and just clarify from there rather than just naming them kind of different because you don't want to clash. Gotcha. I've seen worse games at the Play Store. True. All right, the window we'll be rendering to SDL star. Okay, so SDL window star G window equals null. The surface contained by the window SDL star surface pointer. Sorry, SDL underscore surface pointer is defined as, or is pointing to, G screen surface null. The image we will load and show on the screen, SDL surface G hello world, which I'm assuming is the name of the file, equals null. I don't know what the G's mean, but interesting. It's super similar to just making a window, but apparently we need to clarify what that window is before we put something in it. Here we declare some global variables. Typically you want to avoid using global variables in large programs. Okay. The reason we're doing it here is because we want the source code to be as simple as possible. But in large projects, global variables make things more complicated. Since this is a single source file program, we don't have to worry about it too much. Okay, well, I don't know what the alternate is. I mean, I guess we could just like do classes and shit, but all right, we'll follow the tutorial. If I remember correctly, bool is short for boolean, a variable type that can only be true or false. That's true. But yeah, I understand what bool, like what it's saying here, I think, is that when we have bool initialize, we're gonna put some amount of what we did yesterday into that initializer. And if there's an error, return false, printf, could not initialize, here's the error string, right? That's what I'm assuming why it's a bool and not a void, because we want it to return false if there's any issues. That's my guess, but I actually don't know for sure. Here's a new data type called an SDL surface. An SDL surface is just an image data type that contains the pixels of an image along with all of the data needed to render it. SDL surfaces use software rendering, which means it uses the CPU to render. It is possible to render hardware images, but it's a bit more difficult, so we're going to learn it the easy way first. In future tutorials, we'll cover how to render GPU accelerated images. Holy shit! Wait, SDL can render GPU? I thought it was just a I thought it was just like a framework, but it can work like OpenGL. Can I make like a 3D program in SDL? I mean, it sounds like a nightmare, but I mean, I guess it's possible if we're able to render on the GPU, huh? I got like no intelligence, so don't ask me nothing. The images we're going to be dealing with here are the screen image, what you see inside the window, and the image will be loading from a file. Yes, so the image inside of the window needs to be rendered by the CPU, and then we have the image we're going to be loading. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Notice that these are pointers to SDL surfaces. Yes, very similar to what we had before. The reason is that, one, we will be dynamically allocating memory to load images, C++, and it's better to reference an image by memory location. Oh, interesting. I never would have thought that. I wonder why. Imagine you had a game with a brick wall that consisted of the same brick image being rendered multiple times. Okay, so duplication. Like Super Mario Brothers. It's wasteful to have dozens of copies of the image in memory when you can just have one copy of the image and render it over and over again. Okay, so as I understand it, let's bring out Paint here just so I can kind of draw this out. Because it may be obvious to programmers here, but whatever, I just learned it. Okay, so if you have a game like Breakout, right? You have a block here, you have a block here, you have a block here. And this all is like the same image of block, right? Right, all the same image of block. Rather than telling the program, hey, allocate memory to render this image and this image and this image, and just have a bunch of duplicate bricks. It's saying, instead of you rendering, individual bricks, or sorry, you are doing that, but instead of grabbing individual bricks and just duplicating that process a million times, grab, I think it's this symbol. Is that a music note or that symbol? I think I got it right. Grab the address of this picture, so that way, every time you need to render it, just ask it to print that address, whatever image is there, and you'll get a bunch of bricks. Now, I think this is why sometimes when games bug out, you have like the character's face here instead of like the brick, because it renders, I think, the wrong image. That might be why you have like pointer issues, but that's how I understand why we're using pointers here. So that makes more sense. So now, this original program we made makes more sense, because when we had our SDL surface pointer point to screen surface, what that means is that we're not, if we need to make more than one window, we don't need to keep having a bunch of duplicate screen surfaces. We don't need to create that space again and again and again. We just point to this and just re-render it every time. This is Python? I still have no GPU in my PC. Yeah, no, this is C++ on using SDL library, and that's what we're learning now is SDL. I'm just trying to understand it as we go. So we're gonna write SDL window star. I'm assuming I have to keep everything else the same because it said to do that. So we're just going to do that. SDL window star is equal to G window. I wonder why he called it G window. Is it because it's graphic window, I guess? I don't know if you actually need, also, should I be typing null pointer? That's probably better here, right? This is, we're using C++. I should just be typing null pointer in all of these, right? Does that still work? Oh, it does. Okay, we're doing null pointer. That makes me feel better. Okay. So we have our G window, and then we have SDL surface. I'm typing this out just because I want to, star G screen surface, or I guess surface maybe, is equal to null pointer screen surface G screen surface, and then SDL surface again G hello world, which is this image. But fuck that, we're not downloading that image, bitch. We are, hold on. I know what image we're gonna render. Let me just get to the right file here. Wait, where does it go? Does it go here? I think it goes here. Okay, hold on. Duplicate, duplicate. Hold on. Oh, geez. Hold on. Copy, paste. There we go. Okay. Get back to code blocks. Get back to the website. G for global. He put it in the global scope. Oh, you're so smart. Thank you. Okay, that does go up there then. Okay, thank you. See, that's that good shit, chat. That's that, that's that good advice. And I think we're gonna end up moving a lot of this into like an initialization bool. I think that's why they do that. LazyFoo is such a neat guy for keeping his tutorial up to date and free over a decade. Yeah, up to date, quote unquote. But besides that, it is genuinely great. I'm actually learning a lot here, but I think it's also because I really take my time with these tutorials. I feel uncomfortable when a tutorial is like, yeah, let's type this here. Don't worry about this now. Just go, 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 right? I don't like that. So I need to understand what's going on, okay? I already feel really weird about using SDL instead of learning the underlying shit, but we got to do something. Also, Aratinos, your name reminds me of a Greek god from Hades. Up to date except for Mac, because fuck that OS. Compared to other things, C, C++, this is well maintained. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Then we have one more global variable, which is not good practice. This tutorial acknowledges, but for the sake of the tutorial, SDL surface star hello world. So SDL surface pointer G, which is a global variable. I like to change things up a little to make sure we understand this. We'll say Gary and Casavia equals null pointer. Okay, so now we've declared our null pointers. What's next? Boot initialize. So this is the, oh, wait, hold on. Also, always remember to initialize your pointers. We set them to null immediately when declaring them. Okay. That's because my name is a poor man too of two Greek gods. Oh, there you go. Aerodactyl and title. I don't know. Bool initialize. So this is this. So we are making a function that'll go below the program. What is it saying? Initialization flag, bool success equals true. Bool success equals true. Okay, so we're defining a Boolean success and we're gonna set it to true immediately. Then we're gonna initialize if SDL initialize, which is here. Oh no, it's the same thing. Oh, we did this yesterday. Yeah, this is the whole get window surface, all that crap. As you can see here, we've taken the SDL initialization and the window creation code and put it into its own function. What's new is that there's a call to get SDL get window surface. Okay, which is global window, create the window. Okay, and then we'll learn that in a second. We want to show images inside of the window. Thank you for following, Sharon. Wow, so many new followers. Thank you. Appreciated. Wait, do you guys watch VTubers? I know there's like a lot of programming fans here, but do you guys watch VTubers? My favorite is Amelia Watson. I love not learning anything. What? We're learning a lot. We want to show images inside of the window. In order to do that, we need to get the image inside of the window. Thanks. Wow. We want to show images inside of the window. And in order to do that, we need to get the image inside of the window. Wow. Thanks, tutorial. So we call SDL get window surface to grab the surface contained by the window. Okay. Let me understand what this is trying to say. We want to show images inside of the window. So we call the function SDL get window surface to grab the surface contained by the window that we defined in the initialization. Okay, so let's make sure we understand this before we start dragging and dropping here. So we're gonna have a function is defined on the bottom here called bool initialize that we've defined, that we've already clarified is that we already prototyped up here. Then we have, actually, what do we have starting here? So we start the initialization, so bool success is equal to true. Is that how you start every initialize function? Is just creating a bool called success and then defining it as true? I feel like if you're gonna do that, wouldn't you want that at like the end of your initialization? But I guess you're not. But I guess you're not saying returning true, are you? You're defining a new boolean as success. Okay. Sharon, hello. Okay, so what else are we moving down? We're initializing int video less than equal to 0. The error string else create window. G window is different. Okay, so that is the same. So everything from here is something we've already practiced yesterday, so we already know what it means. That moves down. Now, not everything is the same though. Wait, hold on, what did I do? We want this. Actually, we should just do this if statement first. Okay, the if statement came down. Now, what's going on here? Else window SDL create window. So this is where it changes. Grab the global window, then everything else is the same. Window height, SDL window shown, yes. If G window is the global window is equal to null, window could not be created. Okay, that makes sense. So we're gonna grab all of this. We're gonna put it at the end of the if function. Else, if this, and then end it. This comes back, doesn't it? Okay, so we're gonna define that as global window. You guys do see this. Okay, that's fine. Global window, and then this is global window. So we're not using this null pointer anymore. We're using this global window, this null pointer. Okay, that makes sense because one's global and one isn't. Okay. And we're booting our initializer outside of our main function. So we have to use a global variable for now, right? You have 13 viewers, don't mess anything up. Buddy, these programming streams have been killing it, all right? We had 26 viewers at one point yesterday or the day before. Pretty good, which for me is a lot. Obviously, I'm no Asmongold here, but I'm proud of where we are. We're growing. So we have our G window, which is our global window. It's gonna be equaling null. Okay, that makes sense. Return the error. Okay, now we have our new one, which is get window surface. So in the old one, we had else screen surface is equal to get surface window. And then we had our bunch of our fill rectangle shit, which we now do not need anymore, I think. Get window surface, create the window. Okay. So this is all new, so let's understand this. I think this goes away. Okay, so that's all gone. Now, inside of, let's see, if, else, inside of the else, put an if, and then the next one is going to be an else statement, which is us grabbing the window surface. So else SDL grab window surface. Is that what that was? Fuck. SDL screen surface. Oh no. Oh no. G green. Oh geez. Never mind. We are G screen surface, which is something we pointed to earlier in the global variable. We made it equal to a null pointer. Hello, the code is slowly coming along. I see Jack Mad Churchill. Hello, I haven't seen you here before, I think. Hi. Yeah, it's slowly coming along. We're getting there. We're making windows and shit. And soon we're gonna have, well, ideally this whole program is just we're gonna render a window and a fan art that was made. A beautiful piece of fan art. So this, oops, that's incorrect. Screen surface, yes, that variable, is equal to SDL get window surface global window. SDL get window surface, and the window is gonna be G window. Yeah, that's what we're grabbing, G window. I think. I hope. We're grabbing G window. Okay. That. Hold on, let me just make sure I understand this. G hello world. Okay, yeah, there is no hello world yet. Okay, so if everything works here, we should be good. So it should not render end if else. We're missing an end quote here. Hold on. There. That's what I wanted. That's better. Okay. Psst, guess what? What's up? Just shocked. What you saying? Okay, does not work. G window was not declared in this scope. What? Oops, didn't capitalize. Haha. There we go. That's why you gotta check that shit. SDL get window surface was not declared in this scope. Why? SDL get window surface, the G needs to be capitalized. Interesting. Okay. So SDL, so all SDL functions are by default SDL underscore first letter capitalized in every case. Okay. Okay, nothing pulls up. That's expected because what's happening is we're pulling in the global variable, but unlike what we did yesterday, which inside of the main function, we defined those pointed variables as, or the pointers that we defined, those had like well, no, not screen resolution. Those had hex colors, those had an event to stay up. Like it's obviously not gonna pull up anything. Okay, and then return success. Oh, okay, that might help. Return success, which is true. Chat, I got a weird question. Functions are usually capitalized, so I don't know syntax. Thank you. So you're saying, actually, chat, I have a weird question for you. Why do we define this Boolean as true instead of just returning true? Is there a reason we're not doing that? Like, oh, you know what? I know why we're not doing that. It's a Boolean function, meaning we have to return a Boolean type. So we have to define the type in order to return the true. Oh. You're missing a few lines? Yeah, we're not done. If I ran it, it wouldn't work. Yeah, I know we're not done. I just was trying to understand that. Okay, now, as you can see here, we've taken the SDL initialization and the window creation code and put it into its own function. What's new is that there's a call to get window surface, which is down here. Right here, actually. We want to show images inside of the window, and in order to do that, we need to get the images inside of the window. All right, so now we're going to define the second prototyped function, bool load media, which is loading the success flag, which is going to be returned. Bool success equals true. Interesting they keep naming success, but I guess it's local, isn't it? Oh, there's no easy way for me to show you this, is it? I don't want to show more white screen, though. Yuck. Maybe I can just do this. I'm a genius. Oh, never mind. That's bad. Hold on. I got a better one for you. I'm a genius. Boom. Boom. Look at that, chat. We call that big braining it. Kind of want to make it bigger now. There we go. Okay. So now we have bool success equals true. So this is defining the flag we're going to be returning. Yep, you got it, smart man. Thank you. Should I make Gary a B? I mean, you can, but it's not going to be to much success. I wouldn't recommend it right now. It's kind of under construction, but I can give you a teaser. Look, we're a cute little bumblebee. Normally I would also be the color yellow, but there were issues. But yeah, we had a thing set up, but chat, okay, fine, chat, I'll show you. This is what happens if you turn on the color yellow. Do you guys see the problem here? Do you guys see the issue? Do you guys see the problem here? It's not all matched up and it's disgusting and you can still see the outline. Stop redeeming things. That's not gonna work. But yeah, we have issues right now with things matching. It's just not pretty. I guess I could show you guys a little bit. There, this was supposed to be the bee costume if everything was aligned, but it's not, so it's kind of ugly and now I don't want to use it. But yeah, that's kind of the setup here anyway. That's kind of the point. Oh, and this is blue. To be honest, I don't know what's going on, and I don't know how the color periwinkle or blue turned into that, but there you go. Looks like you just have to move the yellow layer down a bit. Yeah, do you realize? You don't know the struggle of being a VTuber. I can immediately tell who is not a VTuber. As soon as they say something like that. You don't know. I've seen things. I've been there. Have you ever seen the rain? Load splash image. G, Gary and Casavia is equal to SDL load BMP. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I need to check out the name of that file. That file name is wow. Jesus, Gary, good naming. Okay, so we're gonna call that, I'm assuming it means it has to be, I guess it doesn't have to be in the name of the file, but whatever, we'll call it that. We'll call it GWow. So we're gonna load the splash image, which is this BMP map. I hope it doesn't have to be a BMP. So G hello world is equal to, so GWow is equal to SDL load bitmap. Oh, Chad, that's painful. Is there a way to not make that a bitmap? Hold on. It's a PNG. Do you think I can get away with load PNG? I bet there must be. It's SDL. There must be a way I can just easily substitute that. I'm gonna try it. We'll experiment, chat. So let's do it. Let's do GWow is equal to SDL load. Ooh, PNG, that's not one. We'll try this bitmap thing. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll try it. Does it really have to be a bitmap? Ew, that's disgusting. Wow dot PNG. Ugh. If this doesn't work, return an error. Okay, that's fine. If SDL load bit, was that what that was? If the GWow is equal to null. Oh, I guess I do have to put null, huh? Oh, is not equal to. If GWow is exactly equal to, or if it's negative, I guess, whatever. Could you imagine being plural like they, them? What? What did you mean by that? Wait, what? I think if I just guessed randomly and said you are not a VTuber, I'd be right 999 out of 1,000 times. True. We are a rare breed. Bitmap has to be, I'm afraid. Ah! You should type that inside of function, I believe. What, I am doing that, aren't I? Yeah, I'm typing it. Look, see? We have our bool initialization function. And then we have our... Oh! Chat, I'm a moron. Okay, hold on. Bool, load, media. Thank you. That's that good shit, chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, how's that? There we go. Okay. Sorry, I guess I was just misreading what I was minimizing there. That's that good advice, chat. Thank you. So now, how do we make this file a P... do I just download a stupid bitmap? I don't want to do it, though. Hold on. New... Oh, can I open with... Hold on, I have an idea. I have an idea, chat. Open with paint. Okay, so there's the fan art. Wow, this is a really large image. Okay, then file, save as bitmap picture, save it to desktop for now, and we're gonna call it wow. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yes. Okay, now we're gonna close out of that. We're gonna come into here. We're gonna delete this. Grab the new bitmap, which should be a .bmp file. Okay, beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we have a bitmap. Okay, sweet. And this is gonna be .bmp. All right, sweet. That easy. I didn't realize it was, but cool. Gary, you aren't a moron, just look in my direction. They is plural and them is plural. What? You should type that inside of a function. I did, thank you. Yep, start by making an empty function, then start writing the code inside. Good practice. Good advice, basic, low level. What does the fan art look like? Well, if we're successful, you'll be able to see it, huh? Okay, so now we have our error. So if this is equal to null, then printf unable to load image. Printf quote unable to load image SDL error colon parentheses s new line end quote SDL comma SDL get error. Was that what that was? It wasn't. I don't know. It is get error. Okay, I'm right. Did I just type out that whole thing correctly? I hope I did. Unable to load image %s SDL error %s. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, it's on. Oh, I see. So they have. Oh, I get it. So what they did was they have two error codes in their line, and if you comma enter what you're trying to load, comma get the error code, they pull up different strings even though there's two. Oh, that's a little clever thing. Okay, I get it. If you have multiple error request calls. Oh no, it's string. I'm so dumb. Okay, I just realized I'm a dumbass. Okay, I thought %s was grabbing, was print like error based specifically, but this is just printing a string. In this case, it's telling you print this string, and on this next %, print this string. This string is a function that grabs a string. Okay, I get it. I'm dumb. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Success equals false. False. And then I'm assuming it ends with return success. Okay. Okay, this all makes sense to me now. I get it. Voice pitch IG in game? I don't use a voice pitch. Gary is an old man. I am not an old man. Whoa, 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 whoa. I have a suspicion of Gary's age. Like 18 to 23. You're correct. Oh, you're so cute. You got my age perfect. Wow, Chad, that's impressive, isn't it? How did you get that? I like to disguise myself as being an older person, but like, wow, you were on the money with that. Okay, okay, okay. So, yeah, more like, by the way, more like 21 season 10 if you catch my drift. I'm cute. You're always cute. I don't even need to see what you look like. You're just cute as is. Yeah, for 18-year-old, you're doing good in learning C++. Gary constantly references 90s stuff. Do I, chat? Do I reference 90s stuff? I don't think I do. I think I'm pretty 90s light. I will say, chat, everything that's happened so far, I understand it. I don't know if it's because we have experience with C++ already, but I feel like or you know what it is? The guided tutorial, because it's giving me all the syntax and I understand the logic. But to be fair, we haven't really had like homework on this yet. We haven't really challenged ourselves. We're just following a tutorial, but I am following it. What decade is rat stomping from? Hey, buddy, that's late 2000s. All right, that is true. Well, to be fair, it was a thing for a while, but when I did the thing, it was late 2000s. Your voice still carries the optimism of a soul that hasn't been through 10 years of paying taxes. Ha! Joke's on you. When you make my level of income, you barely pay taxes at all. It's my strat, chat. That's my secret. I never pay taxes. Well, actually, I do pay taxes. It's just, I only make like 55,000 a year or something. So it's not like I ever have to pay so much that it doesn't matter. But I'm happy. I don't spend much money, so 55,000, and I live in a relatively low cost of living area. My rent is $1,050 a month right now. So what? I bring home pretty much $3,000 on the dot every month after taxes. $1,050 goes to rent, and then maybe $250 a month goes to food, and I don't know, the rest on stuff. But yeah, I'm doing fine. Also, his desktop wallpaper gave it away. What? You guys saying something about my desktop wallpaper, you son of a bitch? What are you saying about my desktop wallpaper, huh? You shit talking? Listen, chat, all right? Sometimes, this is a VTuber, by the way. This is a Hololive VTuber, by the way. Sometimes you just need a good wallpaper, you know? I guess your age with it. Man's got that poverty riz. Oh yeah, definitely rizzing all the ladies with my 2023 Mitsubishi Mirage. Oh no, sorry, 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage. Paid fucking $17,500 for it, brand new. I'll have you know this thing goes 0 to 60 in like 9.5 seconds. 3-piston engine, 78 horsepower. Why would you want a Bugatti when you can have whatever that wallpaper is? Based. Yeah, no self-respectable 30-year-old person would admit to watching Hololive publicly, right? Yeah, I don't. As far as my coworkers are concerned at the prison, I am a boring person who likes to read, go hiking sometimes, you know. I drive a Pidgeotto 208. It has a very similar tiny engine. Based. In the load media function, which is what we just finished, we load our image using the bitmap. Do I even need to read this? I kind of get it. We load our image using load bitmap, which is this specific function. We call the path that it's in. The function returns null, which means that it failed, so we print the error. Okay. An important thing to note is that this piece of code assumes you have a directory called O2 getting an image on the screen that contains an image named Hello World in your working directory. The working directory is where your application thinks it's operating. Typically, your working directory is the directory where your exe is at, but some programs like Visual Studio change the working directory to where the VXC project file is located. So if your application cannot find the image, make sure it's in the right place. I need to change this. Hold on. Wait, did I goof something? So this is typed. This is it. No, I have it. SDL wow.bmp. Yeah, no, I did it. I think I did it correctly. Getting an image on the screen. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's my initialization function? Where's that O2 getting it on the screen? Where's that at? Interesting. Where are they getting that? It says, it assumes you have a directory called getting an image on the screen, but I don't understand where that is in the code we typed. Hold on. Okay, I guess we'll find out. I don't remember ever giving it a directory is the thing, but I guess that's fine. Did you draw it? We will. This is my wallpaper at the last minute. That looks like some AI ass. You know what this reminds me of? It's like, it looks like concept art for like Outer Wilds or something. That's very cute. I like it actually. The working directory is where your application thinks it's operating. So I already found that out when we were installing SDL, that son of a bitch .dll. You be goofing? Ah. Bro, that's like a typical teenager's wallpaper. Basic read. Okay, chat. On my phone, I got a Terraria fan art of the brain of Cthulhu. Damn, you clicked on that stream immediately. Chat, I'm gonna be honest. I have never, listen, this is not a challenge. I have never been burned by chat clicking on an image. If that ever happens to me, I will be more careful and you will be permanently banned and I will never unban you. Okay? I've never been burned yet. I trust. If I was playing like, what's that game called with like the sus and the red dude? Fuck. Among Us. If I was playing like that, then I would be careful. Who would bother baiting links in a tiny stream with games and tech? I don't know. It's never happened to me. Again, if the program is running, but it can't load the image, you probably have a working directory problem. So I guess we'll find that out. Working directories function differently from OS to OS and IDE to IDE. In my case, in code blocks, I guess I could show you guys what's going on with my directory. So under my programming folder, this is the entire project. I have to put it all under bin debug. And then that's where I put all the information. I think that's what I have to do. Burned? How would you be burned by an image? Yeah, okay. Jeez, chat. Now you got me worried. This is just your background with like the brain. That looks disgusting. That's the image fan art. Cute. Okay, what's next? Program is running, yada yada. If Googling how to find or fix the working directory cannot turn up a solution, I recommend moving around the getting image on the screen folder with the hello world bitmap until the program can finally load it. Okay. Once we finish this, we'll try. Oh my God, there's still so much left just to turn an image. Okay. What do we have here? We have our load media. Then we have our void close, which we've already prototyped. This is deallocate the surface. So free surface? I guess we'll find out what deallocating means in a second. G hello world is equal to null. Okay, which is my image. Okay, so we're defining my image as null, which is for a lot of reasons. This isn't technically the image, but it's the variable, but we'll come back to it. Then we destroy the window, which I think we did in the initial thing here, right? SDL destroy window. Okay. SDL quit subsystem. Okay, so now we're moving this end of program shit from int main into void close. SDL free surface. Okay, that's fine. So let's just copy and paste because we already understand this from the last time we typed it. So now we go, hold on. Can you stop? Void. Oh my God. Void. This is close. And we're gonna paste these guys and then close out here. Okay, there we go. And now we have that, but there's still more. we still need to free the surface by deallocating it, by making it equal ul. So SDL function free surface. Then we have to name g wow, the global variable wow, and make it equal to null. Is that what I have to do? No, I just run that function and then g wow is equal to null pointer. I think that's what I have to do. I think that's fine. It's already equal to null pointer, but we're doing other shit with it, I think. And then we're probably going to end by calling the close function. And then boom, and then quit. Okay, that makes sense. Then we just call this function and the program ends. Okay. Why'd you decide to be a VTuber? I decided to be a VTuber because I feel like there's a huge gap in the market in a lot of spaces for VTubers who are men. Women make great VTubers, and frankly, the most success in VTubing has been almost exclusively women. If anyone who is a man who is a VTuber, their success is almost always defined by being an orbiter of a woman VTuber. This is not shaming, this is not criticizing, it's just acknowledging the reality, right? So I feel like there's market space for a male VTuber, and I am one of those. And besides that, I really like VTubing in general. It's like my favorite form of streaming and engagement with streamers and everything. That's my wallpaper. What do you think? I'm not gonna click any of your wallpapers now. I don't trust you. All right. After talk of like me blindingly open links, now I'm scared. It's because you are not react watching or being a god at movie trivia. Including some who are my friends. You know plenty of successful VTubers who are male. Okay. I know they exist. I know who they are by name, but I generally try to avoid it because there's always drama that I don't realize existing or something. Gary, what games have you played in your lifetime? Ooh, well, my favorite video game ever. Hold on, we're gonna make a list. We're gonna make a list. You guys are distracting me. All right, top 5 Gary the Goo Boy games. Number 5. Sim City 2000. Probably still to this day one of my favorite city builders ever. I love simulation games, and god damn do I love SimCity 2000. It has ultra nostalgia for me, and I love the music, and it's so cringy, and it's not worth playing now, but it brings me home, Chad. It's like one of the first games I've ever played ever, and oh baby, what a great video game. Number 4, Europa Universalis 4. I would consider Europa Universalis 4 to be the greatest strategy game ever made. I can never go back to playing Civilization after playing Europa Universalis. It is very, very difficult. It has depth in places you don't want depth to be in, like a trading network. Like normally in most games you have like, I'll give you X food resources for Y gold. Not this fucking game. You have to worry about like, oh god, trade nodes, merchants, trade power, trade, culture, not culture, sorry, but culture does boost your trade power if it's in a culture network, whatever. Anyway, I love EU4. It's fantastic. It's great. Number 3. That's a terrible 3. Number 3. Elder Scrolls. You guys thought I was going to say Elden Ring, you dumbasses. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Oblivion. I love Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. It was, as the meme goes, my first Elder Scrolls. What a great video game. I cannot get enough of that game. I could still go back to this day and play through the Dark Brotherhood storyline. It is so, so good. And that's why I think I don't really like Skyrim that much, because Skyrim to me was disappointing coming off the heels of Oblivion, because Oblivion, it did it felt like it still had some amount of depth. Like you could choose to kill somebody and it permanently fucked the storyline, right? That specific quest storyline, right? There were certain NPCs that you couldn't kill and they would just faint, but there were other NPCs you could kill and it did fuck you. I think the Dark Brotherhood introduction to that game was genuinely fantastic, where if you just killed anyone for any reason and you go to sleep, you get woken up by the dude who's like, come to the club of murderers. And it's like, oh shit. And you go off on a little adventure and it's so good. The Mages Guild was weird. The Mages Guild was like, I think what I love most about Elder Scrolls Oblivion is the class, oh, not the classes, the guild quest lines. They are so good. Obviously, Dark Brotherhood's great. But then you have stuff like the Mages Guild, which was like a heist. It's like the Thieves Guild. It was so weird. You're like stealing shit and there's like rival mages and it's like you have to like steal a, no, you don't steal a staff. That's the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild quest line was great. It had a reward. The final reward was you get to be the Gray Wolf. I think the gray mask, the Gray Wolf. You put on the mask, any crimes you commit attaches itself to the mask. And if you take the mask off, you no longer have any bounty anywhere. Oh, so easy to cheese shit. So good. Skyrim was the first big open world that everybody forgave being empty because it was very, very big. Oblivion was great. While it had its issues, we should still be appreciated for what it brought to the table. I'll defend Oblivion. I think that game was great. Yes, everybody knows. Okay. Also, it had Sean Penn in it, which was hilarious because he died. Yes, everybody knows the meme. Everything's voice acted. But did you know the Orc and the Nord have the same voice actor? So if you ever hear that Orc and Nord sound, they sound the same because it's the same person. I just thought that was funny. Anyway, number 2, Gary's favorite video game of all time. Above Elder Scrolls 4, above EU4, above City Skylines 2000. I've saw it in chat a few times. Outer Wilds. This is the newest entry on the list. I was late to the party on Outer Wilds. I played it maybe a year ago. Outer Wilds is one of my favorite video games ever made. It is so good. I cannot sing its praises enough. Everything about it, the music, the gravity, the controls, the storyline, it's all for one purpose and one purpose only. And that is immersion. The immersion of Outer Wilds is a triumph. I love the experience of Outer Wilds and I never want to play it again. It holds a new special place in my heart. It is by far the newest game on this list, even past number 1. But like, it's so new to me because I played it last year. I was so late to the party. But Outer Wilds was such an experience because I went into it asking chat, hey chat, what's a cool little exploration game? I want to explore. They suggested Outer Wilds, and what I came out with was like a re-understanding of like life. It was so magical. That sounds so cheesy, but Outer Wilds, I can't recommend it enough. And it's one of those games, in fact, it's the only game on this list that I'm going to just recommend you play blindly. If you don't know anything about it, if you don't know jack shit and you're confusing it with Outer Worlds or something, I hate that game. Outer Wilds is legitimately a 10 out of 10 if I've ever played it. It's a wonderful experience. Great. So before we get to the final, before we get to the number 1, my favorite video games ever, okay? Honorable mentions, okay? Honorable mentions. Path of Exile. I love Path of Exile, okay? Path of Exile is great. However, there is one thing about it that kind of takes it off my top 5. For those of you who don't know, I flew to New Zealand explicitly to meet the developers of Grinding Gear Games, who made Path of Exile, right? I went to ExileCon, stayed at a hotel, took pictures with a bunch of streamers like Quinn and Grim and Balormage and a bunch of streamers, right? Rise and Noogie and all that shit. And I went to New Zealand and it was great and it was an experience and I got to see Chris Wilson and I didn't want to wait 2 hours in line to meet him, so I played the demo of PoE 2. Fantastic. I love it. Great systems. Love the depth. My problem with it, though, is I feel really, really weird putting an actively developed free-to-play game in my top 5. Because to me, my favorite part of any video game is the ending, right? The finale to what you do, right? The penultimate, here's what it all came to, right? Outer Wilds had a perfect ending. I loved the ending to Outer Wilds. It was such a good summary of everything that's happened and such a good encapsulation of the experience you had. And endings are so rare to find in today's creative space because everything wants to be a subscription or a live service game or whatever, right? That nobody wants to have the ending. Now, I do have actively developed games on this list. EU4, right? Still being developed. EU5 should come out hopefully sometime in the next 2 decades. This game is going on like 11, 12 years old now. Like EU4 was a game that Total Biscuit reviewed, just to give you an idea of how old this shit is, okay? Cities Skylines 2000, EU4, Elder Scrolls, obviously, and Outer Wilds, obviously, all have their own forms of endings. Now, here's my question to you, chat. What is the ending to Cities Skylines? Did I say Cities Skylines? I meant SimCity. What was the ending to SimCity 2000? Do you guys remember that? Because there is an ending. There is, if you min-max the game to its absolute extreme and you build 200 archaeologies, do you remember what happens? There is an ending. How did PoE not get nominated for Best Ongoing Game at the Game Awards, but Cyberpunk did? Because Path of Exile should not win the award for Best Ongoing Game because it's only based over the last year. And I think that there are better actively developed games in the last year that deserve recognition before Path of Exile. The ending of SimCity 2000 is when you buy City Skylines. I played a lot of City Skylines, Jasm. That's why they're saying that. If you build, I kind of want to YouTube it. I don't even want to spoil it. Here, let's YouTube it, chat. What happens? Hold on. SimCity 2000 ending. Let's look at it together, chat. Okay, so it's called the Exodus. Basically, what happens is if you build enough archaeologies, basically you beat the game because archaeologies can kind of take care of themselves. This happens. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. So, I know it's very low resolution because it's a 240p video because this game's old. So anyway, the Exodus has begun and then... oh baby, all of the archaeologies launch into space and all of them basically explode, but they launch into space and you beat in the game, right? At this point, there's nothing that can challenge you. If you can build that many archaeologies, because they're kind of self-sustaining, they all launch into space and you begin Alpha Centauri. So that's a thing that can happen in that game. And I would consider that a very satisfying ending to SimCity 2000. But Path of Exile is an actively developed game. And I don't know if I would ever put it in my top 5 because as much as I love that video game, and I do love Path of Exile, spent many hours of my life playing it, it's just a severely not ending game, you know? I never feel like Path of Exile ends. I feel like it ends when I want it to end, you know? And that's not really a desire I have nowadays. We need to get a counter of how many times Gary said the name of a game. Ah! Yes, this is a really satisfying finale. Exactly, based. I know that's sarcasm, but still. Can you compress the audio a little more? I kind of can't make up what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be an explosion, which is kind of used for 99% of the game, but don't worry about it. What do you mean it doesn't have an ending? I finished it every 3 months. Yeah, I feel like when I think of an ending, I think of Outer Wilds or arguably Elder Scrolls 4, but the ending is not why this goes up this high. EU4 has an ending. There is an end date, but it's more of the ending of the achievement, which always The biggest strength of EU4, I don't want to get too much into detail here. The biggest strength of EU4 is its achievement system in Steam. It's the only game I ever care about achievements because it matters to the storyline of your experience with the game, but that's going into details. Outer Wilds obviously has a wonderful ending, really makes me think. All right, honorable mentions besides PoE. What else gets an honorable mention before we actually give the #1 spot, which should be obvious, but we'll come back to it. StarCraft? StarCraft 1. I love StarCraft 1. An amazing video game. Is it a triumph? That would be a strong word, but StarCraft is genuinely wonderful. I've never heard anyone complain about Outer Wilds ending. Nope, because it's genuinely great. Gary, did you ever play Gang Beasts? If I had more friends. Didn't people hate the ending of Outer Wilds? I don't know, because I can't watch motion sickness sim. Oh, no, yeah, no, it's great. StarCraft Brood War is a masterpiece and the best competitive game ever made. Is it the best competitive game ever made? It's up there. It was esports before it was esports. It was esports when everybody thought esports, the name was cringe. It's a wonderful video game. I love StarCraft. Not only is the multiplayer great, it's one of those, I have only seen this twice ever in video games. StarCraft and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, where the multiplayer is maybe arguably less fun than the campaign, and that's saying something, okay? The StarCraft campaign is great. It's slow at first, but by the end of Brood War, you need to know your shit. And by know your shit, I mean, you don't need to be that good, but for me, as a kid, it was hard, okay? Shut up. Yeah, StarCraft Brood War, what a great game. I love it. StarCraft 1 was definitely the worst of the two, but the fact that Brood War did make StarCraft better, mwah, I consider it one experience. I really like StarCraft. It just doesn't place my top 5 because StarCraft, again, suffers from the PoE problem where it doesn't have an ending because of goddamn multiplayer. I think I would actually rate it higher if it was just the single player, but then again, would it still be StarCraft and would it still be as loved? I don't know. Plus, the storylines in Blizzard games aren't that good. Diablo 2 has a terrible story. I'm sorry. Diablo 1 had a cute story in that it was very nice and simple, and then Diablo 2 was just not fun to read. Anyway, StarCraft kind of suffers from the same thing. Like, yeah, Kerrigan dying was like this cool, memorable experience, but outside of that, like, do you guys even remember what happened at the end of Brood War? Was it the Tassadar? Was it Tassadar who slammed the carrier into the fucking Zerg thing? That's the only thing I remember from that. It's been so many years. But I don't know. It's okay. When I left the monastery, I left behind the Herodric Mountain. I can't do a Deckard Cain. Shut up. Stay a while and listen. Modern Warfare 3 has fucking snowball fights. What's C++? Well, what we were supposed to be doing, and now we're talking about my favorite games ever. Okay, I'm forgetting other honorable mentions. #1, my favorite video game ever made. Motherfucking Final Fantasy VII. I could write a goddamn book, a dissertation, if you will, on Final Fantasy VII. It is, I think I know more about Final Fantasy VII as a video game than any other video game that has ever existed, okay? Final Fantasy VII is a triumph of not graphics, contrary to popular belief. The graphics are great, okay? For the time. For the time. It is not a triumph of music, even though the music is considered one of the greatest OSTs ever made. Nobuo Uematsu is my goddamn hero. I have a book of Final Fantasy VII piano sheet music behind me based on Advent Children, the movie based on Final Fantasy VII, okay? Yes, Shroud, okay, you're redeemed B, you're gonna get a flash, it's kind of broken right now. Boom, buzz, motherfucker. All right, there's your redeem. It's broken, I should be a different color. Final Fantasy VII is a triumph of characters. I don't know if there's another video game that has that kind of strength when it comes to the strength of its characters. Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Barrett, Sid, Yuffie, Vincent, even Vincent, are all characters that have motivations, dreams, failure, and because the overall message of Final Fantasy VII is one of failure and how you recover from it, every character goes through its own sense of failure, right? When you start the game Final Fantasy VII, you start seeing the failure of like economic systems where people are unemployed, you're in the slums, people are addicted to things, they are mentally ill. You know, you lose your income, what happens to you? Some people drink their problems away, some people rise to the challenge. Then you start getting a little deeper, right? What happens if you start losing, you know, your mind, for example? You go crazy, basically. You go into Cloud's subconscious, you address the root of the issue, you find out who he is as a person when he's kind of past the veil of who he wants you to think of him as, and with Tifa's help, you guide through that and you recover from that failure, right? This failure of identity. And then what happens if you lose a friend? How do you recover from that? Do you wallow in despair, or do you rise to the challenge and try to answer what the problem was that led to that friend dying in the first place? Final Fantasy VII, I could sing its praises until the end of time, but ultimately it just comes down to it's just a triumph. That's my only word. It's my biggest compliment I can give a video game. It's so good. Until you talk about the goddamn remake and its dumbass fucking decisions, chat, why are there time traveling ghosts? Why in my remake am I killing time traveling ghosts and fucking Sephiroth is like harassing me because he doesn't have a goddamn life and he's just, I stole that joke from Donkey. But like, oh my god, I could rage about the remake. I don't like the remake. Controversial opinion. Final Fantasy VII is a great video game, the original, but that's dumbass remake. Anyway, that's my list of greatest video games ever. I'm forgetting to mention a million honorable mentions here. They should be more. Like Diablo 2 probably goes over here. Fucking, I don't know, World of Warcraft. I didn't play that much World of Warcraft compared to a lot of people. I played early World of Warcraft. But yeah, that's my list. What were we doing? Oh yeah, we were making a video game. That's right. We were making a video game. The remake just added the rest of the story that technology couldn't back then. Gary the piss boy. No. Oh yeah, sorry Shroud. I know you redeemed that. Just save your points right now. We'll fix this shit later. You're gonna have all the redeems later, not today. The remake just added the rest of the story that technology couldn't back then. Oh yeah, is that a George Lucas reference? Gary speaking the reality, not controversial at all. Buzz. All right, so let's continue here. Gear also redeemed it. Hey, Geargate has like 1 billion points after losing like 500,000 in like a Path of Exile bet, but we don't talk about that day, all right? You trying to scam Gear? No, Geargate has been watching me for almost 2 goddamn years. Geargate, what's your follow age? Oh, we don't have that enabled anymore. Never mind. Fonzie, stop wasting points. I thought you respected the author's vision. I do my best to respect the original author's vision, all right? Fine, fuck. Jesus Christ, we'll fix this yellow live, all right? We'll stop everything. Stop the count. Fine, we'll fix this live. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Can't believe I have to readjust a layer on stream like a moron. Okay, well there's that layer. Now where's the highlight layer? Jesus Christ, I can't believe I have to waste my time not programming to fix a goddamn B redeem. Unbelievable. Hold on, let me zoom in a little more. Oh, that is matched up actually. Eyebrows are matched. Hair? I'm seeing a little green, chat. I'm seeing a little green. I don't know. I'm seeing a little green. Chat, does it bother you how much my chest moves when I move my mouse? Does that bother you? No, Gary, it doesn't bother me. All right, you guys get your B redeemed for a bit. Jeez. How old is your physical weapon crafting video? Oh God, I don't know, a year and a half? Something like that. Here, go check it out. there's your link. All right, let's continue. Chat, stop distracting me, okay? We're buzzing. Except we're not buzzing anymore because you guys need to see the code. This is why I don't do live redeems. Those moobs can cost $200 alone. I don't have moobs. I have goobs. Okay. In our cleanup code, which is the void close, we destroy the window and quit SDL like before, but we also have to take care of the surface we loaded. We do this by freeing SDL surface. Also, I'm gonna move over just a bit here. This. Don't worry about the screen surface. SDL destroy window will take care of it. Interesting. So back to programming, getting back on topic here. Those moves cost at least $200 alone. For the whole thing, maybe, oh, I guess part of it. Anyway, back to programming. So what we're learning here with this close function is kind of what I didn't expect to happen with SDL. Apparently, when you run the function, SDL destroy the window that we created. Oh, we need to destroy the global window we created, excuse me. When we run this destroy window function, what I thought was gonna happen is everything that was placed inside of the window, like the surface and the image, would all get destroyed when we destroy the window, but that's not true. If we only destroy the window, apparently, if we just run the destroy window function, everything that's in it, like the rendered image, actually stays, question mark? Is this the root of memory leaks? So for those of you who are programmers out there, how does memory leaks happen? Is that like this issue, or is this like a different issue that's kind of too complicated for me to understand right now? August 1st, 2022, so 527 days. Dang, it has been a year and a half. Awesome, Geargate, thank you. And you've been subscribed for so long. Oh my goodness, 18 months. Ah. Don't forget to set G window to null, clean up memory. Isn't that what I'm doing here? Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, thank you. See that, chat? That's some good ass advice. Thank you. I think I can, oh, yes, null pointer. That's what we want because this is a pointer, right? Yes, it must be. So we do null pointer, not null, because it's better practice apparently. Memory leaks are usually caused by objects that are not cleaned automatically. IIRC, C++ does not clean up memory automatically. A memory leak occurs when you allocate memory, forget where that memory is, and or can't tell the operating system it is available again. If you don't clean the memory, leak and... Okay, I'm gonna be honest, chat, I don't know what you mean by cleaning memory, which tells me it's a little beyond my scope right now. In our cleanup code, we destroy the window. Oh, is this what we're doing here? Like, if I didn't put that G window equals null pointer, that is a memory leak, right? So if I ran this program, I'm assuming it would work without the null pointer there. If I ran this program and then closed out of it, it still leaked memory, question mark? I don't really understand how memory leak works. Is it like, is a memory leak local to the program that it's in? Or when you close out of the program, is that memory still allocated permanently when you close the app until you like shut down your computer or something? Is that how that works? The operating system releases all memory from the processes when it's shut down. Okay, thank you, didn't know that. So when you play Hearthstone for like 12 hours and it slows to an absolute crawl, it's because there's a memory leak within the game that they haven't addressed yet. And when you close out of the game, it releases completely. So just rebooting the game fixes the problem generally with slowdown. Okay, sweet. Is that why it takes 5 minutes to load a town in Path of Exile? No? Okay, just making sure. Make sure to get into the habit of having your pointers point to null when they're not pointing to anything. What does that mean? Does that mean in every function if we use a pointer, we almost always end with nulling the pointer. I don't know if that's a good phrase to describe it as, but are we always ending it with a null pointer line? I'm assuming that's what that means, but I didn't think that would be the case. Is there ever a time we wouldn't do that? Well, no, actually, we do always want to do that, because if we run a function, I'm assuming that means we run it multiple times, unless it's like initialization or something. So we run a function, you know, 1,000 times. I guess we do have to null the pointer every time? Discord client leaks memory. Oh, well, I just restarted my whole computer, woke up with my RGB all fucked up, so I don't know what Windows update just happened. Imagine you create an array of size 1 meter. If you don't deallocate it when you don't need it anymore, it'll keep using that space until the program is closed. Oh. So if you make a vector and you resize it manually with like the resize function, .resize, if you do vector dot resize 200 or something, and you leave it that way, that's the same problem, right? Even though vectors are auto, like, not auto allocating, but you know what I mean. They're variable length. If we manually resize it, it's the same issue, right? The memory is taken. You don't need to point to null for everything. I disagree with the author here. It is safer to do so, but it does cost. What kind of cost? What's up? When I'm developing a video game, which is going to be Click the Banana, hopefully today, maybe tomorrow, we're going to make Click the Banana. If I do the safer thing, but it costs more, are we talking like Python more? Or are we talking like it's just a little bit longer, but for the sake of safety, which I'm okay with making that compromise? Make sure it's not pointing towards something you don't need, in case it may cause errors later, I guess. C++ every single day for B! Shadoso, hello! Why are we bothering to free resources from a program that is going to finish terminating anyway? Aren't the resources just going to be deallocated when the program returns? The answer is, I don't know. Wow, thanks tutorial, very in-depth. Depending on your operating system, it may or may not. Welcome to the world of undefined behavior in C++. The general rule is that if you can avoid undefined behavior, you avoid it. This is a fairly benign example of undefined behavior, but I have seen engineers spend days chasing bugs caused by undefined behavior. By the way, do not ever call a virtual function in a constructor. Cool, I don't know what any of that fucking means. What's a virtual function? I don't know. I think I know what a constructor is. Like, no, I don't, because a struct and a constructor are not the same, because that implies structure. Get into the habit of taking undefined behavior seriously now, because you do not want to deal with it in team projects with deadlines breathing down your neck. Okay, no pointers for the rest of time. Gotcha. CPU cycles, assignment has cost, work has cost. Okay. Let's see here. This is our main function here. So we have startup SDL and create a window, which is... Okay, this is just an if function. Run. Why the exclamation point here? What does that mean? Does it explain? No, it doesn't. Chad, is this a C++ thing or a C thing? Why is there an exclamation point in front of each function that we're running here in the if statements? Is this like explaining if this returns true? Is that what it's trying to say here? Anyway, run up this and create a window. If initializer, exclamation point, print failed to initialize, else load the media, failed to load media, else. Okay, so it's kind of like what we did yesterday, right? Except without the string errors. Virtual functions, derived functions, you'll learn that later. Okay, based. Thank you, Jack Mad Churchill. Okay, so let's write some of this. So we're gonna delete what we have in here. So this is going to start with, we're not even declaring any variables, are we? Yep, so we're just gonna go straight into the initializing. Explanation point is usually a not rule. It does stuff if the result is negative. So I don't want to do that. I don't like that. I don't like the syntax. I'm gonna get confused. So would it work if I did initializing function equals false? Or not that. false. Is that the same thing? Because I would rather read this. This is so much easier for me to read than exclamation point function. I don't really like that, to be frank. I guess we'll try it. Then printf failed to initialize. And then we do an else statement. Else, run the next if statement. If, oh no, then we're gonna run the boot statement, which is gonna be the load media function. Nothing, because it's not a bool. Returns false. Return this. Try using if not. Yeah, initialize equals false is the same as exclamation point. What's up? You seem very, very familiar with C++ over these last few days. Why would you recommend try using not? I use not and or keywords instead of exclamation point and paralyze. Paralyze? Parallel. I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I think it will work. I usually use the exclamation point. Interesting. I've never seen C++ code that's like not inish, whatever. I like the equals false because to me, this, I care about readability right now because I'm still learning like basic terms in C++. This to me is like super clear what it does. I'm gonna stick with it because it's the syntax I prefer. So else we're gonna be apply, no. If this is false, then printf failed to load media, semicolon. Oh my God, so many if else statements, chat. I don't know how I feel about this. I guess it's good because it does need to go step by step. It just feels very, it feels dirty. I don't know. Else we apply the image, which is SDL blitz surface. Okay, this is new. Hold on. SDL blitz surface. You take a parameter, which is the bool. No, it takes a parameter, which is the pointer image null. Okay. Grab the G green surface pointer, which we've already defined in the other function. Null. I don't know exactly what the other parameters are supposed to be, but SDL blit surface. And you take 4 parameters, which we're going to start. Oh, well, that's cool. Wait, when did I turn that on? So this actually explains what the parameters are? Oh, based. Yo, code blocks. Thank you. For readability, you use comments, not syntax. Wouldn't you want it to be syntax? Isn't the whole point of syntax is to, you know, halfways be readable for like error finding and shit? Like to me, equals equals returns true or false is much easier than missing an explanation point. You won't find many devs prefer equal equals false, but since you are new and still develop preferences, it doesn't really matter. Interesting. I wonder why. You would think you would want readability. Blitz surface, and we want 4 things. We want the GWow pointer. We want null. Then we want the G window. Then we want null. This will end with a semicolon. Nope, screen surface. God damn it. Because we're pasting the image to the screen surface, not to the window it's in. Okay, my bad, my bad. And then that's it. Okay, sweet. In our main function, we initialize SDL, which is here, and load the image here. If that succeeded, we blit the loaded surface onto the screen surface using blit. Oh, what blitting does is we take a source surface, so the window like base, and it stamps a copy of it onto the destination surface. The first argument of SDL blitz surface is the source image, figured that. The third argument is the destination, got it. We will worry about the second and fourth arguments in future tutorials. So these are gonna be staying null for now. I'm guessing, what do I guess those other things being? Because we're taking a surface and we're stamping something on off. That's the blitz surface function. What else would have to be considered? My guess is animation. So maybe it's like, it wouldn't be like memory allocation. I don't know. Now, if this was the only code for drawing we had, we still wouldn't see the image we loaded on the screen. There is one more step. Does this run? Unable to load image, SDL error, parameter SRC is invalid, failed to load media. Welp. Update the surface. Oh, we have to refresh it. After drawing everything on the screen that we want to show for its frame, we have to update the screen using SDL update window surface. When you draw to the screen, you are not typically drawing the image on the screen you see. By default, most rendering systems out there are double buffered. These two buffers are the front and back buffer. Okay. When you make draw calls like SDL blitz surface, you render to the back buffer. What you see on the screen is the front buffer. The reason we do this is because the most frames require drawing multiple objects to the screen. If we only had a front buffer, we would be able to see the frame as things are being drawn to it, which means we would see unfinished frames. So what we do is draw everything to the back buffer first, and once we're done, we swap the front and back buffers so now the user can see the finished frame. This also means that you do not call SDL update window surface after every blit, only after all the blits for the current frame are done. SDL update window surface. G window. I'm assuming that means after everything else has been loaded. So SDL refresh. Whoa, not refresh. What was that called? Update. Update window surface. No integer input. Semicolon? Oh, G in window. Okay, right. We're refreshing the window. This one window we're refreshing once? Yeah, readable syntax is really important. In my case, the exclamation point initializer is more readable, but equals equals false is perfectly fine too. Yep, those things come with experience. Interesting. Okay. After drawing everything on the screen that we want to show for this frame, we have to update the screen using SDL update window surface. When you make draw calls on SDL blitz surface, you render to the back buffer. Okay. Sweet. Hack to get window to stay up. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. We got to do one of these. It's just don't worry about it. Just do the thing. Okay. Well, shit. So copy. Hold on. Something's wrong here. We're missing if else. That makes sense. 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 Where am I putting this? Oh, no, I did it too soon. This should all be in the else statement. Okay, my bad. So this needs to go up here. So we're refreshing it right after we do that. And now we grab this line, which I'm not supposed to worry myself with right now. This is only to keep the program up, apparently, is what I'm told. If, and. Okay, and then close function, which is what we made earlier, and then return 0. Okay, now that we've rendered everything to the window, we have the hacky delay so the window doesn't just disappear. After the wait, we close out our program. Okay, I do not expect this to work, but we're gonna try rendering it and building it. Here we go. Did not work. Unable to load media, SDL error, parameter SRC is invalid. So I think that's under load media function. Minimize that. Bool success equals true. Load this image. If this equals null. Unable to load SDL. But it didn't give me the error. It's actually the main function. It was failed to load media, right? Unable to load image, failed to load media. Unable to load image. Which error was this? Parameter SRC is invalid. So I think what it's saying is that it's having trouble grabbing the image and like that's our only problem. So let's go back up to that. Load media. All right, what do we got here? Success equals true. GWow is equal to SDL load BMP. Load BMP, semicolon. If GWow is equal to null, run this. Printf, unable. SDL error. Success equals false. So this is all correct. So it must be where I'm placing the image, right? Getting an image on the screen. Oh, I see where I fucked up. I thought the BMP went there, but that's not true. It's assuming that it's in the folder above it, which is not what I'm doing, I think. So where is it exactly? So let's copy this and then paste it here. And then try it? Maybe that's what I needed to do? Did not work. Incomplete universal character name /u. Okay. So would I do something like just do it where it's in the file with it? Oh, okay, hold on. Same issue, but different where it's running. Didn't work. Maybe it's just under debug. Didn't work. So maybe the WoW folder actually goes, or the WoW thing actually goes up here to this main file. Maybe that's what the problem is. So now we can just run wow.pmp. Oh! Oh shit! Oh shit, we rendered part of the image. Okay, okay, chat. We have an image, boys and girls. Okay. It's not the whole image, but it's a start. Okay, now I can fix this. Now we just need the resolution of this, which is of resolution. What is the resolution? Can I see? 3153 2536. 3153 2556. Run. Oh my god, it's so big I can't even have it on my screen anymore. Oh gee, oh no, it's so huge. Oh my god, chat. It is like huge. Hold on, I gotta show you guys this. It's insane. Dude, it's like the size of my fucking computer screen. Look at this. Holy cow. Well, it worked. So that's pretty fucking cool. Well, goddamn. Okay, well, let's fix this problem. Well, it's not really a problem I can fix, right? It's just, it is what it is. Maybe 2000 by 1000. It's just a really big image, I guess. Okay, well, we did the thing. That's cool. Still too big. Hold on. I'm gonna shit you. I'm gonna have you guys see this image. Let's try 1000 by 500. Well, it's trying its best, but we have an image. It renders part of the image because of the size of the picture. It might have to downscale the pic or resize the window. All right, all right. Well, it's a duplicate anyway. Hold on. Classes lesson. Grab this image. Open with paint. Okay, resize pixels. Let's make it maintain aspect ratio. Let's make it like 1000 wide. Okay, there we go. File, save. Okay, so now when I boot this up, it should work. There we go! Ah, there it is! Look at that. Chat, we did it. We pasted one image to a window. That took forever. Damn. I'm learning C# over here because I'm using Unity. Hey, no shame in it. I'm learning C++ because I want to make a video game. Should people abandon Unity by now? I don't know. I've heard differing opinions. Unity is still a decent engine. The business people running it, not so much. I heard that if you're not a free-to-play mobile game that makes millions and millions of dollars, Unity doesn't seem to care for you. That seems to be the general input I got, but I don't have an opinion on it. I'm not a Unity thing. Chat, I'm proud of this window, all right? Listen, some of you are like, wait, it didn't render the whole image. Don't worry about it. This is still cute. Love it. 10 out of 10 window. All right. Chat, we're getting somewhere. We're doing shit. All right, I like it. Chat is cute today. Where did I get that name from? Was that under the initialize function? Yes, the title is here. Okay. So we can change that to just, nah, we'll keep it. That's cute. Sweet. Oh, look at that, chat. We have our first window. Beautiful. So what did we learn? We learned that, hold on, you know what? I'm just going to keep it up because I think that's adorable. Boom. So what did we learn? We learned to, well, besides using global variables, what we learned is that we defined pointers to the window, the screen surface, and the image we want to stamp onto that surface. When we initialize the program, we start by creating the window that it's in, creating the surface that is contained within that window, and then have that in its own function to test if it's true or false to see if there's any errors doing that. Once we have the window and the surface, then we run a function for loading media. And this media in this case is an image. This image is not the actual image, but is a pointer to the address that this image is contained on. The reason why we do that is if we want to say have breakout where we have a bunch of bricks that are stamped with this image, we don't have to keep loading a bunch of images and all the memory that it takes. We're just loading the address over and over and over again, right? So that's important, I think. And then after we loaded the media, we then stamp it via, what is it? What's it called? Printf, load BMP, what is it? Blit, right, blit. We're blitting the surface. So then we blit with this address to the image onto the surface that is contained within the window. When the program finishes, what we have to do is not only destroy the window, we have to null the pointers that we used to stamp onto the window. So when we have this image here, even though we're pointing to the address of the image, when we're done with it, we need to null it. Otherwise, it's a memory leak. And I think that's what's going to catch me in our first 2 video games. Like, going to keep forgetting to like null the pointers. Well, my 3D rhythm fighting game most likely won't make 100,000 a year, nor get 1 million installs. True. I don't know. Maybe? I believe in you. How about making it so the image does not use 100% of the window size? Listen, buddy, don't be fucking wrecking my shit with questions like that, all right? I'm proud of where we got today. Pointers are a nice part of C++. Also, chat, this looks like a good title screen for a video game, huh? Where it's like, main menu, play, and it goes right over where the cat is like shitting out a rainbow. It's like play, options, quit, and the title's up here. I think this would be a great title. Just get a little animation going. Yarazuris, thank you for following. Pointers are love, pointers are life. Welcome to C++, motherfuckers. How do you like memory allocation? No? You should leave. Get out of our town, all right? You're the new kid on the block. Go back to Python. Go back to Scratch. They're all the same. It looks like a good game, to be honest. I think so. I think this is going to be a great goddamn game. No, that's cool what you got there. I rate it. You rate it? What do you rate it? You can't just end your statement with I rate it. Or is that your rating? Are you just like, yeah, I'll rate it? Hell yeah. I think you're missing a few success equals false lines on the initializer function. Wait, what? The initializer function, success is equal to true. If SDL initializer video is less than 0, run this. If G window, global window pointer is create window, do this, that's all correct. If G window is equal to null. Wait, what am I missing here? Wait, you're saying what? Cropped image? Son of a bitch. Listen, all right? We have a window. In the end, isn't this what matters? Yeah, okay, the cat doesn't have a face, but you don't care about the cat. You care about Casavia and me. Chat, this is the most beautiful piece of fan art. I mean, I'm not judging other people's fan art here. I like Maid Gary as much as the next guy. But this image has a cat shitting out a rainbow. Is there anything better than that? He's already gatekeeping the language. True. Lua has love as a powerful engine too. You made that up. What is Lua? SDL and C++ are fine though. Yeah, I like where we're at. Read the tutorial. They have a few more lines. Oh, wait, we're not done? Oh shit, hold on. Hold on. We can't claim success yet. You said under the initialization function, we're missing something. Okay, what are we missing? So which is right, not there, here. This is our initialization function. You're saying we're missing something? Bool initialization, do this. Success equals false. Oh, wait. Oh, you're right. Oh, I see why. I just copy and pasted what we did yesterday with the initializing of SDL and just put it in, I just shoved it all into the initialization Boolean function. And you're right, we always return success. Oh, that's so weird. How did you spot that? God damn, you are programmers. Okay, so we need to have an error if this doesn't work. So success is equal to false. Good catch, god damn. Wow, that was not made clear to me. Okay, now I get it. I understand why we did that, but yeah, good catch. Holy shit. Zipper! Ah! Oh, is my zipper undone? You guys couldn't hear it. I was just zipping up my zipper. I'm wearing khakis right now, chat. Is that weird? I'm wearing khakis and dress socks because I work at a prison. It is a lovely fan art. It is a lovely fan art render. Okay, chat, I was half expecting that to fail. But yeah, look at that beautiful, beautiful fan art. Thank Casavia for commissioning that. He's coding! Space engineers use Lua, so does Gary's mod. Chat, I should learn Gary's mod just for the irony. Anyway, everybody, that's the stream today because the Republican debate started 30 minutes ago and I want to watch it. So everyone, you're wonderful. It's great. We created a window. We got a little image in it. The first video game we're going to make is tomorrow. The actual video, video game. We're making a video game. We're going to make Click the Banana, where all we do is just have a banana on the screen and we click it. Did we click the banana? Yes? Put you win on the screen. Congratulations, that's the game, okay? That's gonna be our first game. It's gonna be super obviously simple, but I feel like once I can do that, we're good. Also, if anyone has a good suggestion for a picture of a banana that I can load in SDL, put it in the Discord, because I'm always looking. Anyway, I'm gonna go watch the debate. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm gonna see you all tomorrow. I stream every single day at 4:30 p.m. PST, all right? So 2 hours ago is when I start streaming. Every single day. You're going to do so much learning tomorrow? Yes! We're gonna have a long stream tomorrow because I'm not streaming a long time today. Today's a really short stream, obviously. Look at that, we barely made 2 hours. What the fuck? What a short stream. Jackman Churchill is following. Oh, thank you. I thought you were already following. Thank you. Man, you guys are so... Chat, nobody told me the programming community was so nice. Nobody told me. I thought you were all a bunch of nerds and weebs. Instead, you're all like following, and I got a donation for money yesterday. That was weird. Paid for lunch today. Hell yeah, baby. I treated myself today. Got myself a $10 dono. Cool. I ate good. I ate like a king. I had Panda Express. Gary, I made that dono with the intention of helping you pay for shit. Hey, you did help pay for my calories. It's not. This is not the norm. I don't know. You guys have been pretty nice so far. You're going to do so much learning tomorrow? Yes. All right, everyone. That's all for today. I'm going to save this. It auto saves, I think. So that's pretty cool. All right. Tomorrow, we immediately start by learning about... Ooh, I moved it. Sorry. We immediately start by learning about event-driven programming, and key presses. And then that's going to be the 2 we use to make a game. Because if I can handle, like, moving a banana on the screen with WASD, that's a win condition, boys. We got this. I know how to make a win condition from there. What else did we learn here? Optimizing surface loading and soft stretching. I don't know what that means. Geometry rendering. The viewport. Color modulation. The shit am I alpha blending. Oh, transparent textures. Okay, that makes sense. Mouse events. Oh, mouse events are way down there. Ugh. Key state, timing. Okay. Capping the frame rate. Didn't even know that would be an issue. Scrolling window events. Particle engines. Whoa, I can have a particle engine? Oh. Chat, I get to fuck around with particles? Wait, what else am I gonna learn here? Multi-threading. Semaphores. Mutexes and conditions. Mobile. Multi-touch. What the shit am I? OpenGL2? Wait, I get to learn OpenGL? The ability to combine with OpenGL. Here we'll make a basic OpenGL demo, using it easier to open legacy OpenGL. That's cool. All right, we're gonna learn a lot, chat. I love this tutorial so far. By the way, this was tutorial number 2. So if anyone wants to learn C++ and you want to do the tutorial I'm following, there you go. There's the tutorial, Lazy Foo. It is, chat, it's a little bit out of date, okay? It says it was last updated January 7th. We had a little issue setting up linkers a little bit because it recommended 32-bit shit. I had to do 64-bit in order to get it working, but besides that, it's been great so far. Multi-threading, too early for you, man? Well, to be fair, that's after a bunch of that. Anyway, everybody, have a good night, have a good evening. Come here, chat, wait, before you go. I'm gonna give you a good wait, chat, why the fuck are you all the way up there? Come back down here, you see? Be right here, chat, you ready? Give me that big grandma kiss. Chat, I said grandma, not your girlfriend. See you tomorrow. Jay, wait, no, I'm not going to be on the Discord. I'm going to be on the, well, I'll explain it there. I'm going to watch the debate. I don't have time to be on the Discord, but I'll explain it later. Goodbye.